Hey ladies, thanks for joining me today. So here we are. We are on day one. We are on day one of the Girlfriend's Guide to Journaling. Thank you so much for joining me today, and let's just get right to it. So you know me, or if you know me, then you know that I am on here, it seems like every other day, talking about community. And so I thought, you know what, let's start with community. And of course, because it is the Girlfriend's Guide to Journaling, when I'm talking about community, I am talking about your friends, your girlfriends, your besties. So I've got a couple things written down that I want to read, and then, you know what, we're going to discuss it. Okay, so here in my book, this is what I got written down. Girlfriends. Female friendships are characterized by high levels of emotional intimacy, support, and vulnerability, often functioning as deep, sister-like bonds that provide significant mental and physical health benefits, including lowering stress and increased longevity. I mean, who doesn't want that, right? So why do we need them? Well, I know why I need them. I need a best friend, a best girlfriend, because nobody else in my life plays that role. Not a sister, not another, just regular old friend. Definitely not Mr. Paper, not my husband. He's not my best friend. And I know that for some people that is going to be a real, you should be married to your best friend. Well, I am not. I'm not married to my best friend. And Mr. Paper knows that he is not my best friend. And actually, Mr. Paper is pretty glad that he is not my best friend, because I lay a lot on them. I lay a lot on my best friends because, girls, I'm a lot. So, yeah, that's why I need a best friend. I need somebody who is going to be my number one fan, who's going to support me in everything that I do. And I'm not talking about support me in the dumb shit stuff that I do, because God knows I do a lot of that as well. In those instances, I need them to call me out. I need them to call me out on my bullshit. But what I need when I talk about support is somebody who's just going to be there to relate, to give me compassion, to give me empathetic advice, that type of thing. So who is my best friend? Well, I have many of them. I have many best friends, but tonight I want to talk about my friend Isa. My friend Isa is my best friend in the sense of that I have known her for, I want to say 50 years. We grew up down the street from each other. We grew up about 5 houses away from each other. And were we best friends from the very, very start? No, we were not. And that's my fault. That is my fault. Because girls, well, story time. When I was 6, I had a birthday party. I had a birthday party that I invited 7 girls to. But guess what? I was only supposed to invite 6. At my house, it depended on how old you were. I don't know where my mom came up with the idea, but I was turning 6, and so she said, you may invite 6 girls to a birthday party. But me, I'm a rule breaker, or I was back then, and I decided, you know what, I'm going to invite 7. And I don't know why I did that, but I did. I did, and I invited Isa. And of course, she lived 5 houses away from me, 5 houses past my house. So back in the 70s, birthday parties were a big deal. And we dressed up for birthday parties. And so as we walked home from school that afternoon to my house for this birthday party, it was just a gaggle of girls, a gaggle of 6-year-old girls who were dressed up for this party. And right outside my house, I turned to Isa and I said, you cannot come into my party. What? Why? Ugh. It is horrifying. As a mother, it is horrifying to think of a little girl standing out there being uninvited to a birthday party. It is horrifying as a mother, and as just, a woman, thinking about that little girl having to walk on 5 more houses to her house, to enter her house, and have her mom say, Isa, why are you here? I thought you were going to Mitzi's birthday party. And then to have to explain that right outside the door, Mitzi said, you cannot come in. And why did I do that? I did that because I broke the rule. I broke my mom's rule. I invited 7 instead of 6 girls to my birthday party. And, well, I was scared. I was scared that I was going to get into trouble. Now, years later, I told the story to my mother, and my mother was horrified, thinking that Issa's mom has probably held a grudge all these years, thinking that Issa, probably thought that she was awful as well. Yeah, and whose fault it was? Whose fault was it? It was my fault. It was my fault for not following the rules, and then being scared to take responsibility for not following the rules. Okay, so moving on. 6th grade, me and Issa, we were on the same school bus. We took the same school bus. And so we walked to the bus stop and we walked home from the bus stop every single day of 6th grade. And that is when we became best friends. And she has supported me. She has supported me in anything and everything. And, I was talking about calling people out on their bullshit. And goodness gracious, I don't think she's ever called me out on anything. Not that I can really think of. Yeah, I can't come up with anything that she's really called me out on. Well, with the exception of this birthday party. And guess what, girls? I deserve it. I deserve it. So check this out. My 18th birthday. We're just, out there partying it up like you do when you turn 18. And suddenly Issa turns to me and pulls a gift out of her bag. And I thought, this is awesome. Wow. We were way past the stage of where we felt like we had to give gifts. So I opened it thinking, what could this be? It was kind of smushy. And so I thought, is it a cool t-shirt? Maybe, it's a fun pair of socks. I don't know. Guess what it was? Guess what it was? It was a stuffed squirrel. And you might be thinking, that's kind of an odd gift, a stuffed squirrel. I mean, you said you were 18. You said that you guys were out partying. Yeah, that is an odd gift to give to somebody who is 18. But you know who it isn't an odd gift to give to? A 6-year-old. Because ladies, this was the gift that she had gotten for me, that she had picked out for me to give to me when I would turn 6. And so, what? I don't do math, but let's see, 6, 16, 12 years later, 12 years later, she gave me that stuffed squirrel. Now, ladies, did she give it to me because, she wanted to be like, haha, Mitzi, look at me, giving you this gift. Don't you feel bad about it? No, she was not. She was not. Or at least she didn't tell me that she was. The discussion that we had was the fact that, hey, she had picked this gift out for me, thinking that I might like it. She never had the opportunity to give it to me. And yeah, were there some hurt feelings? Sure there were. Sure there were some hurt feelings. But did it matter now? No, it didn't. It didn't, because at that point, we were best friends. We were best friends, and that is just part of our history, part of our story. And goodness, I have to admit that, you know what? I don't know if I would have had the balls to do that. That's when I knew that this is a girl who cared about me. This is a girl who, all these years later, was not holding this against me. She was just accepting of it. She was accepting of it. And now, girls, we laugh about it. We laugh about it a lot because that is just one of those crazy stories from our youth. Now, at the time, there was only one person laughing about it, and that was Issa. She was laughing about it. She thought it was hilarious that she had kept it, for all these years, and she was giving it to me now, that she was, putting me in my place a little bit, and she had every right to do that. But I was cringing. I was cringing over it because I felt horrible, because I had matured. I had grown up some. But now we can laugh about it together, because it has been 32 years since, or 32 years. It has been, oh my goodness. I don't do math, but I'm going to guess around 32, 30, 38 years since then. 38 years since then, and granted, put down in the comments if I did my math wrong. I probably did, but I'm thinking it's been about 38 years since then, since she gave me that stuffed squirrel. And moral to that story is that's the type of woman that I want in my life. That's the type of woman that we need in our lives. And I think that we all really, really deserve in our lives is somebody who is not going to judge us when we stumble. They're not going to judge us when we stumble and we fall and we have, make weak little decisions, because girls, we all make them. We all make them. But we want somebody who's just going to allow us to grow, and then to celebrate when they see us grow and do better. So, girls, this is day one. This is day one of the Girlfriend's Guide to Journaling. So you might be thinking, Mitzi, you set a prompt. Okay. We're finally getting there. We're getting to the prompt. And I promise that every day we'll have a prompt that hopefully will make you think. And if you decide that you want to write something down in a journal, then please write something in a journal. You know me, I'm the paper girlie. I want you to write something in a journal. But do you have to? No, you can't. You just come and listen to me blabber on and on if that's what you're here for. Yeah. I don't care. I don't care. So, the prompt. Let's get to it. The prompt is, okay, here's the prompt. The prompt is, how have your friendships with other women evolved over the years? Now, I talked about how my friendship evolved with Isa. And there are lots of different ways that you can look at this prompt. I have the same, except for Natalie, I have the same best friends that I had since I was in 6th grade. Because it's difficult. It's difficult to make friends when you're older. At least for me, it's been difficult. So yeah, take it, spin it however you want, whatever works for you, but that is the prompt. How have your friendships with other women evolved over the years? So that's what I got for you, girls. I have a prompt, I have a little talk, a little just gathering of girlfriends, you know what I mean? That's what I'm here for. I'm here to just be your internet girlfriend, to open up discussions, to talk about the things that, if you found me here from yesterday's video, then you know that I'm going to be talking about it all this month. I'm going to be talking about it all because I really think, especially as women of a certain age, is that we are just all yearning for connection. We are all yearning for connection through community, through a group of girlfriends where we can feel safe to have those conversations that we need to have, that we want to have, and we really deserve to have. So I hope that you will come back and join me tomorrow. And if you're new to my channel, then I would love if you would like and subscribe and do all the things. Comment down below. Let me know how you found me. What your intention is by coming here. I want to know it all. I want to know it all so that I can come and be a part of your community and invite you to be a part of my community. Because girls, tomorrow and Sunday, I'm going to be live streaming at noon Pacific Standard Time. And gosh, if you're new here, then you won't have the opportunity this week to join in with the actual thing that we're doing, because we are doing, let me grab it. We're doing the modern calligraphy, but I have a group of gals over there, from before that have been with me, that have been part of my community, that are now becoming my girlfriends, and we're going to be over there trying to learn how to do this crazy modern calligraphy because I want to do it, and a lot of times that's how it works. You have an interest, and then your friend says, you know what, I never maybe crossed my mind, but maybe I would be interested in trying to learn that as well. So that's what we're going to be doing on Saturday and Sunday, live streaming at noon. I'll just pop up here on your screen if you want to come and join us. Full transparency, I don't know how much of this I'm actually going to be doing because look at me. I get to yammering and yapping, and I don't get a whole lot done. But that's not really the point. The point is that we are gathering together this weekend, and goodness, I love it. I have so much fun over there with my new friends. So, like I said before, we are here, or I am here. I am here. Well, for, I was going to say 30 days, but this isn't a 30-day challenge. This is just, however long it takes to talk about everything, to talk about it all. But I do have May planned out. I do have May planned out just as an introduction to me, because that's how you make friends. You make friends by putting yourself out there. And I am putting myself out there to you as an example that, girls, maybe not here on the internet, but in life, we have to put ourselves out there. We have to be vulnerable, to open up ourselves in order to make real connection. Connection through community, connection through friendship, connections that really can be lifelong. Lifelong. I've been here for 6 months on YouTube, and as crazy as it sounds, just by me putting myself out here, I already am feeling like, gosh, I'm starting to really, meet some gals who I really think are pretty great. Pretty great. And, are we best friends right now? No, we're not. I mean, we're strangers. We're new to each other. But the more that we congregate together, the more opportunity there is that maybe, possibly, down the road, these women that I am meeting, that I'm going to make some real deep and meaningful connections with. And that's what I want for all of you. So, as I said before, I have a Facebook group. It's called Paper Girlie Studio. If you're looking for more community, more opportunity to maybe, meet somebody that is really going to just float your boat, in that sense, that you're going to be able to make a connection with over time, I would love to invite you to come over and join our Facebook community. There are some incredible, incredible ladies over there. Again, if you saw my video from yesterday, then you know that this is really my gift to them, because they have become such an important and really just integral part of my life right now. So yes, I am the crazy lady who said that I set up this Facebook group for the ladies and that I wasn't going to be highly involved, but I am because I can't help it, because I think they're all so incredible over there. So yeah, I cannot speak more highly of these ladies over in the Facebook group. So head over there. There's a couple little questions that are, answer. They're really, really easy. Clue. And join us in our community. And girls, I hope I see you tomorrow. I hope you give me a chance. I hope you give me a chance to really, make you think. So I know that I'm wordy, and I know that I go on and on and on, and maybe that's not your thing, but it is for me. That's who I am, and I can't be anyone else than who I am. And that's why I'm coming to you in this format, just to talk and give you a journal prompt, and hopefully something that I say might resonate with you, might make you, think about things a different way, might give you a little different perspective on things. I'm going to be here all of this month, just really opening it up to you for the purpose of showing you that it is okay to be vulnerable. It is okay to be yourself. And that's what I am. I am just here being myself. I'm going to be showing up in my overalls. A lot of times you'll see me in the same shirt because I do, full transparency. Like I said yesterday, if you saw yesterday's video, I am, back to back doing this because, gosh, we're going to be talking about some stuff, and it is a little bit emotionally draining on me sometimes to talk about the stuff, to put myself out there. But I am willing and wanting to do that to help grow this community of women that are all here for the same purpose of wanting to be a community together. So thank you so much for showing up today, because you know what? Sometimes that's all it takes to start building a community. It's just for people to show up. So thanks for showing up today. Okay, until next time, from one paper girlie to another, bye.